Hey guys, welcome back for today's college basketball pick video play heading into action for Monday, January 20th, 2020. And this one talking about the Oklahoma Sooners who are going on the road taking on the Baylor Bears. And we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value against the spread with the home team Baylor coming in favored by quite a significant margin here, giving about 10 points. If you're interested in getting all of our college basketball picks for today's action and every single day, you can check those out over at our main website, stumpthespread.com, which is linked right at the top of the video description. So this year in college basketball, we actually see quite a bit of parity in terms of around the top 50 or so teams, and that means that we could see a lot of upsets potentially come the NCAA tournament where you don't have a top 10 picture in college basketball where those teams are just head and shoulders above everyone else. And that's allowed us to get a team like Baylor all the way up to number 2 in the rankings, and they've certainly earned it given the fact that they're 15-1 overall, and their only loss actually came way back in the early portion of the non-conference against the Washington Huskies. Now, that loss against Washington doesn't look as good as possibly it did at the time, with Washington having a bit higher expectations coming into the year than what they've been able to live up to. But then they also went through non-conference play, picking up wins over teams like Villanova as well as Arizona. They had a 1-point home win over Butler. And then since entering Big 12 play, Baylor is 5-0 and picking up some really nice victories. They've had 2 home games thus far, taking down Texas as well as Iowa State, and then 3 road victories against Texas Tech, Kansas, as well as Oklahoma State. Now, like I said, we see a lot of parity among the top 50 or so teams in college basketball. Of course, that's going to be slanted to the top 25 being a little bit better, or at least performing it on a better game-to-game basis than maybe those who have faded out of the top 25 or more so in that range. But nonetheless, a team like Oklahoma isn't all that much different in separation in terms of their talent, in contrast to a team like Baylor. The Sooners right now are at 12-5. They've just been a little bit less consistent than the Bears. Now, we really like what Oklahoma showed in their last outing, taking down TCU at home by a final of 83-63, and perhaps that positive momentum the Sooners can take into this road test against what has been one of the top and consistently performing teams in all of college basketball. We expect Baylor to more than likely come through and pick up the win, but in a best-case scenario, we expect Oklahoma to be very competitive, maybe pushing for the upset, but even in a worst-case scenario, we feel like the Sooners will at least give themselves the opportunity to get a backdoor cover, just given how many points they're getting in this matchup against Baylor. And we feel like the better value in this one is going to be with the road team, the Oklahoma Sooners, getting all those 10 points. And again, guys, siding with the road squad, Oklahoma getting the 10 points as the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. And you can check out all of our college basketball picks every single day over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked at the top of the video description.